This is the part 2 video for the activity modeling the Milky Way. In the first part, we looked at the general outlay of the model that the students will be working with, along with the tools they'll be using, including the spreadsheet. They should have a paper copy of the chart that they'll be filling in as they go along, and they'll eventually move that over into the spreadsheet. But in this particular video, we'll just kind of enter the data directly into the spreadsheet. When they get to the spreadsheet, they'll go down and they'll find an empty space, a space that nobody's been using. They will type in their name, and they'll look at, in the diagram, we'll see that the star is in lane 1, and it happens to be in position 1, and the sun seems to be in position 42. So that's just there for starters. Okay, so they're going to grab the protractor. Once again, the idea of the extension of his arm so that they can pin it to the center of the galaxy. That allows them to swivel it. The longitude, the galactic longitude 0 is pointing in that direction. They line it up, and there's our happy star. So that's nice for them to have it. It should just swivel around if the pin is pushed into the cork board. We bring the ruler in, and we need to measure the angle. So once again, the line of sight through to the star from the sun will be the galactic longitude. So we'll zoom in here a little bit and look at the angle. So it looks like it's right at 340. So we'll put that in. And with that pin there, it acts as a nice anchor, obviously, in the animation here doing it. But if the pin's stuck there, it's nice and solid. They can measure right up. The pin is going to get them right to the nearest. It looks like about 12.6. So that's the distance in the model. And they're ready to go on to the next one. Now, once they get the hang of it, they move the star over 2. That's the sun. They move their star that they're observing over 2 spaces, and they repeat the process. So they bring the protractor back in. A little magic of animation will just kind of get that lined up nicely, and move it around a bit. We'll get that angle again. So once again, each time step is 2. That seems to be a nice distance for them to start to pick up these differences. Bring the ruler back in. Once again, the ruler acts as a nice straight edge for measuring the angle and obviously for the distance. So we'll get in there. It looks like the sun's coming around the corner a little bit. Now the angle is getting bigger, but it's getting bigger from 360, so it looks like it's 336. 336. And once again, this star is moving faster. Well, it's moving the same speed, but it's coming around the corner faster, so it's like about 11.9. And we'll go on to the third one. In the spreadsheet, the difference is already going to come up. We see it, we've got 0.07 centimeters closer. Since they're doing equal time steps, then these distances kind of turn into a velocity in the model. Okay, we'll just get one more data point, because once we get past here, it just becomes repetitive. A lot of times the students need help in getting started. So it's very busy as a teacher at the beginning of this activity. But once they get into the rhythm, then it's not too bad. We see that in this case it's 334. It's opened up a little bit. The star should be, looks like it's coming at us, so 11.1. You can see that as these go in this nice spreadsheet, they're seeing their data set show up here. So that's all fine and good. That whole data set of 20 points will be in there, and then that will get added to the full set. So hopefully this was helpful. and seeing how they use the tools to get the students started.